Hi there, it's Vishan Borich from Team Tough, also known as the Tough Mama. And if you've been following me, this is part 2 of my series of experiments on does reality shape you or do you shape your reality? So we are now going to go into our next experiment, and I want to share with you, I completed experiment 1, and oh my goodness, it was an amazing result, and I posted this on my blog, so you can check that out here in just a minute. So let's go ahead and roll the intro. All right, experiment 2. Experiment 2 is your thoughts can shape your reality. So we've already determined, if you did experiment 1, that there is an energy source or being or something out there that you can tap into. So experiment 2 is that your thoughts can shape your reality. So here's how the experiment's going to work. All right, so step 1, you're going to write down on a piece of paper the date and time that you watch this video, because you're going to start the experiment right now. So write that down. Step 2, the deadline is 48 hours from the time that you watch this video. So write that deadline down. Here's the question that you're going to pose to the universe, to your God, to whatever that's out there. You're going to pose this intention or question: my thoughts create my reality. And because my thoughts create my reality, I am going to focus on seeing more of something. And let's just say you want to see more orange motorcycles. Okay, so for 24 hours, you're going to do these over 2 days, but for 24 hours, you're going to focus on seeing more orange motorcycles. Okay, so what you're going to do is every time that you see one, you're going to document that and keep a tally of how many you see. Okay, it could be something completely random. All right. The other thing you're going to do is you're going to choose another thing to focus on, and maybe it's red toenail polish. I mean, it could be anything, but be very specific. Make it simple, and you're going to focus on how many people, for example, have red nail polish on or toenail polish over the course of that 24 hours. So it's actually 2 experiments. One on the first day, one on the second day, in which you're focusing on seeing more of something. So you're basically seeing if you can attract what you set your intention on into your life to see more of. Now, it can literally be anything. Let me give you an example. One of the people that I read about, they wanted to see yellow butterflies. Okay, now this was very challenging considering it was the middle of winter in Michigan. And yet they focused on seeing more yellow butterflies. You know what happened? They saw yellow butterflies on stationery. They saw it on cups at a birthday party for their daughter. So they saw yellow butterflies everywhere, even though it was the middle of winter. Another person, and those of you who follow the teaching of Esther Hicks, they focused on getting a free cup of coffee. So this was just something that they chose to focus on, to see how many free cups of coffee that could come into their life during that period. And they kind of chuckled with this because they were traveling at the time, and so on the airplane, of course, you can get free coffee. So that was one way to get free coffee. And they had a meeting to go to which also served free coffee. But the most fascinating was this particular person, while they were at the airport going to their next gate, there was a person that had their hands full and was running late for their flight, and basically had a full cup of coffee from Starbucks that was untouched. And this gentleman stopped to this woman and said, "Hey, I'm running late. I haven't even touched this coffee. Would you like it?" And of course she said yes. So there was another example of a free cup of coffee. So I encourage you to try this experiment. I'm trying it now for the next 48 hours. I've chosen my 2 things. I will document my progress after the 48 hours on my blog. So check out the blog at toughmamablog.com and share your experiment and the results that you got, true or false. Let's do it.